Well, Ken, you definitely did that in your career because you were pushed pretty quickly into major feuds coming from OVW to the main roster. One I want to ask about in particular is the Undertaker feud, and really what you took away most from working with him.
Man, I just the first night I worked with him, I remember we were in Oklahoma City on a house show, and he just approached me in the locker room. He was like, "Listen, just listen to me tonight, okay? We're not going to talk. I'm not going to talk about it in the locker room at all. Just listen to me. If I tell you to kick me one time. If I tell you to punch me one time. Just listen to me, and let's see how it goes." And so it was actually one of the most liberating, freeing experiences that I've ever had. I was just so, it's like, I'm in here with the Undertaker. Like, he's not gonna have us look like shit in front of these people. Like, all I really have to do is when he tells me to punch him, I have a good, solid, good swing and a good punch. And yeah, I came back from that match and he was like, "All right, I like that." And then the next night he allowed me to add something to the match. I think I added in a boot wash that night, showed him how to take it and what to do and it just slowly but surely kind of like gained his respect. And most of the time, even pay-per-view matches, we had three pay-per-view matches that I like singles matches. I feel like we might have had some tags in other places, but we would go out and just work on the fly. Like a lot of that stuff was, we had some spots planned out, but a lot of it was just working because if you go out there and you map everything out entirely, people are going to be able to tell. They might not put their finger on it, but they're going to be able to like, oh, it just looks like choreography. And you're not connecting with the audience. You're not playing with their emotions. And really, that's what I think that's the art of the business. I mean, look, there's different forms of art, right? Like some people like the Cirque du Soleil sort of acrobatics and stuff like that. But I think that if you can do both and you can connect with the audience, like that's where you're gonna make money.
I feel like I just got to a place now um where like I'm so comfortable in what I'm doing that for the most part when I do call a match, the only thing I call is like anything intricate, which might be like the end of a comeback or like the finish or like some double down or whatever like moment or something that we have. Like other than that, I'm just like, we'll wrestle and then what are you doing? And then like when to me when it got that easy, it just is such a load off. Like I get to have fun now and I get to enjoy what I'm doing instead of like being like, okay, I gotta be at this rope to do that thing to get here to the middle thing. And man, I feel like people are catching on to that now. And I don't know what's in the air, but like I'm loving it. I
Yeah, and
wrestled a few of your guys. Is JDX one of your
yep,
guys?
yeah,
That's somebody who I had like I wrestled him at an unfortunate time because we were supposed to wrestle for a belt, but I had the worst back spasm ever in the universe, and I was in like a back brace, and it was very limited. He took super good care of me, but we had like no match put together, but like we are familiar with ourselves enough to like put something together pretty easy, and it was just those things like we wrestled for a little bit and then we knew what we were doing to like to get home. And so if it's in the
yep.
air at your school, I can say that much.
Thank you, man. It's I'll tell you, working that way allows you to focus on especially if you have your fundamentals down, really, really sound fundamentals. It just allows you to like you're not. I think people try to get too cute. They try to get too fancy and which I get. I understand that you want to have that. Like everybody wants to have Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker WrestleMania, whatever it was, 25 or whatever, 25 and 27. Um, but just eh, I see this in class when we'll have match nights, and I usually give them like 45 minutes to put their matches together. And then there's nights where I just say, all right, you and you, get in the ring. Let's go. Give me 10 minutes, and they go, even if it's somebody that's very, very new, who you, I might have second thoughts about putting them in a match like that or putting them in a situation like that. It always goes well. And it always ends up being like one of their best matches because like you said it perfectly. Like it's freeing. It frees you.
I I had a match with one of my buddies at a promotion, and I inadvertently pissed him off so bad. And he was my vet by like maybe, I don't know, maybe like 3 years or so. And he was somebody I definitely looked up to. And he's like, I'm like, so what are we supposed to be doing? And he's like, oh, wait till we get out there. I'll tell you when we're out there. And I'm like, the most nervous I've ever been because I'm like, man, he's either gonna shoot on me real bad or he's gonna like maybe look dumb or whatever. But again, he was my vet, so he knew me better than I knew myself. So we went out there, we wrestled on the fly, I just listened, and when we got back, our agent was like, "That's the best match I've seen you guys have," and it was because like we were freed and like we weren't strapped to anything.
Yeah. You're able to like really, really focus on your character and who you are and connecting with the crowd and listening to them. Then, okay, what spot's next? Is it this duck or what? Is it this reversal or,
Rewind, recap, relive. Woo! That's what the world is watching.